Let's talk Lickmat recipes. The first recipe I have here is targeted for overall GI health, anti-inflammation, as well as immune and allergy support for my dogs. The first ingredient, which is my base, is going to be the Diggs peanut butter. There are only 5 ingredients in this peanut butter mix. It's just peanuts, apple, honey, spirulina, parsley, and so easy to spread because of the added healthy coconut oil, which I love because it's rich in medium chain fatty acids, which are so much more absorbable for our dogs. And no, you don't need to get your recipe book and start writing all of this down. Everything I talk about will be linked in my description below. And then more recently, one of my new favorite finds are these freeze-dried meal mixers or meal toppers. And the ingredient deck is so powerful. I'm beyond impressed. It's just beef, beef liver, beef heart, beef kidney, some high omega herring oil. Now, I give this next recipe, I don't know if 2 ingredients constitute a recipe, but to my dogs, specifically to promote skin health, joint health. Sometimes my dogs, especially in the winter, get a little bit more dry paws, dry nose. It is where I take a canned food. Now, you know that what I feed my dogs as their regular everyday diet is a raw, fresh food diet. I will talk at the end of the video more about that. But sometimes if I'm looking for a high value treat, if my dogs and I are going to be extra active in a day, or I just want something to kind of fill up a topple, or I want to use my Lickmat wobble, I love to find a high quality, in my opinion, canned food. Nature's Logic is a great one. I do have it linked below, like I said. And the reason I love it is because the ingredient deck, it's very limited. It's all whole food ingredients. This one right here is the canine sardine feast, but I love the fact that they don't use any synthetic vitamins or minerals. And then the topper I like to put on this for added skin health, because they are also rich in omega-3, are these smelt and muscle air dried treats. These are from Real Dog Box. Again, I'll link below for you. And these are so fun. And yes, these are clams you can open up and give to your dog. Finnegan, do you want some smelt? Come over here. Smelt is an awesome, all natural, single ingredient treat. These are air dried at very low temperatures, packed with healthy fats and omega-3s. You can get it. He loves it. Now, before I show you my next recipe, which I use for my Labrador when he's feeling anxious, a little stressed, or a little just intense, I want to talk a minute about Lickmats. This is not sponsored by Lickmat. I just got a bunch in the mail, so it inspired me to make this video. And I am a big fan of Lickmats because what they do is you essentially spread on your dog's favorite wet treat. Even if you're feeding a kibble, you can rehydrate that by letting it sit in water for like 10 to 30 minutes and then smearing it on, and your dog will lick it off. If you want to add a little bit more enrichment, you can freeze it and then your dog will lick it off. Why is this beneficial? Well, licking is a very natural behavior for a dog that is naturally soothing. It is naturally calming. It increases the production of happy, calming hormones. Have you ever noticed your dog, if they injure their paw, they'll lick it? That's because it's a comforting behavior for them. But this next recipe, my Labrador loves. I use canned pumpkin. Now, I am very picky about the type of pumpkin I use because it needs to be non-GMO, organic, and I have one of my favorite ones listed below, so I'll spread that on. And I know you're probably gonna ask the amounts. The amounts are tough because it varies by dog, but the good news is a lot of these supplements that I'm showing you actually come with serving sizes based on your dog's size, so you can go off of that. My dogs are 60 pounds, so I use enough to fill and cover and spread across almost the whole Lickmat, about 3/4 of the way to full. And then with my dog Bentley, I've been trying this new powder supplement by Dr. Harvey's. It's his Relax blend. I have a lot of friends in the community that said it's worked really well for their dog. And this is what it looks like. It's just basically a blend of natural herbs that are shown to promote calming, relaxing, anti-anxiety behavior. And so this is what it looks like, and it smells like herbs. And so what I do is I'll put a little bit of the pumpkin on the Lickmat, and then I will sprinkle some of this Relax powder on there. And they do have serving amounts on here as well, so it's really easy to do what's best for your dog. And then what I'm doing is I'm giving my dog double support in terms of anti-anxiety and calming support, because he's licking on the Lickmat, a anti-anxiety relax blend of natural herbs. So I really love doing that for him, and I have been seeing an improvement. And he is pretty picky when it comes to herbs, but he's done really great with it. Oh, and then I'm going to talk about this crazy cool recipe, which I promise you probably haven't seen before. But first, I did want to show off the Lick Splash because I am asked about this. So this is basically a Lickmat that's a little concaved, but it has a suction cup on the back of it. So what you can do is you could suction this to the wall of your bathtub or shower, on the front of your fridge, dishwasher, or even on the floor. So some people have dogs that will try to pick up the Lickmat and run away with it. Side note, I always supervise the use of Lickmats, and you do want to gradually work your way up, starting with just a little bit on here if you've never used one before, not freezing it at first, at least that's what worked for me, and then get them used to licking at it. If they start to try to bite it or chew it, which my dogs did at first, I just take it away. And then we come back again 10, 15, 30 minutes later. Anyways, but if you have a dog that struggles during bath time, if they struggle with being groomed, if they struggle with trying to pick this up and run away, or if they struggle with getting their nails clipped, you can suction this on a surface, like I said, a fridge or the shower, while you're working on them, clipping their nails or bathing them or brushing them. This next one is a superfood recipe like no other. It is incredible. So I take fermented cow's milk kefir. What is that? It is a fermented cow's milk, which means that it has billions and billions of pre and probiotics. It's also packed with digestive enzymes. So overall, what I'm getting is a crazy healthy GI gut health support supplement that on its own, even as just like a food topper, or fill your West Paw Topple or Kong with it, is incredible for dogs. It is great to stimulate appetite as well for dogs that are really, really picky. But what I've been doing with it lately is adding Kin & Kind's Healthy Skin and Coat powder supplement. This is incredible because it is an organic, non-GMO, whole food supplement. Look at that. There's no fillers, no stabilizers, no artificial ingredients, no crud in here, but it is literally coconut, flaxseed, wheatgrass, seaweed. You've got some kelp, sunflower seed. Like I said before, if you have not tried a West Paw Topple, this is kind of like a Kong alternative. Basically what it is a food grade, high natural rubber product that you can stuff with treats or food or chews. And as you can see here, it has little raised ridges. So you basically just put them in here. You can freeze it or you can feed it as is, and your dog works to get it out. I love this because these are made right in the US, in, I don't know if you can see it here, in Bozeman, Montana. It's a small company that puts pet first, not just profit first. The quality is amazing. It's extremely durable, and this is a great way to add mental stimulation and enrichment. And I really love leveraging high quality tools like this to help with boredom busters and to help with adding enrichment and mental stimulation. But this brand specifically is silicone free. It is a non-toxic food grade rubber that has no BPA, no PVC, no phthalates, and it's microwave and freezer proof. So you can do a lot of different fun things with this. And what it does also is it can help improve digestion, because when your dog is licking something, and what they do to get the food or treat off of here, they lick it. Licking actually promotes saliva production. Increased saliva production can improve digestion. So this is a really good way to even feed our dogs meals on here if they're eating a wet food, a raw food, or again, even a kibble that you rehydrate and smear on. I also love doing this before we go on walks, because Finnegan here, even at 4.5 years old, sometimes he has off days on leash. I'm not perfect. He's not, well, he is perfect, but like we still have off days. So to help take it down a couple notches, especially if we're going to a new to him location, I will give them a Lickmat beforehand. Or if you have a dog that's anxious in the car, you could give them a Lickmat beforehand, especially if you have a dog that goes wild with friends and family. Not like I have any experience with that. When they come over, I love giving them a Lickmat or a Lick Splash or a Lick Bowl like this before friends and family come over, so that it takes my dogs kind of energy down a notch. And then when they arrive, I give them another one. So my dog is focused on this instead of jumping on my friends and family. And that's the other reason that I kind of touched on before about Lickmats, of why I use them, is of course, one of the best ways we can give our dogs mental stimulation and enrichment is by working with them, taking them out on adventures and walks. But the reality is you're like me, and sometimes life gets a little busy, which is never a good excuse, but it is a reality, and I'm right there with you. Reality is sometimes you get sick. Reality is sometimes the weather is too extreme to go outside. So instead of giving your dog nothing to do, one excellent thing we can add into our dog's daily routine are lick mats and lick bowls like this that they can work and to get their food or treat out of. This adds a bit of challenge and excitement and zest and variety to their day. And using fun and healthy whole food toppers like this are great ways to add additional real foods to their diet. And I love doing that because to me, variety is the spice of life. Now, make sure that you click that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because I'm going to be doing more recipes like this. So comment below if you're excited for that. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about what I feed my dogs in their full diet. Click the video right here and we'll jump over there and talk about that together. Or if you want to see some more whole food toppers that I love, click the video right here. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.